If you haven't experienced a satisfying erection in a while, please don't immediately assume it's just your age. In my experience, I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s regain firm, full erections without relying on any medication. How? By improving blood flow where it truly counts. And here's a surprise. The answer for many wasn't found at the pharmacy, but right in their own refrigerator. You see, there are 4 fruits, just common fruits, that have demonstrated the ability to help clear those delicate blood vessels in the penis. These are often the first to lose their effectiveness as we get older. When you encourage blood flow there, everything can shift. Your energy, your sense of intimacy, your self-assurance, and for some men, their penis begins to feel like it did in their younger years. I'm Dr. Anya Sharma, and I'm a dedicated physician specializing in men's health, with over 30 years of experience supporting men in naturally reclaiming their vitality. I've worked with veterans, retirees, husbands, and grandfathers from all over, and what I'm about to share has helped many of them rediscover the closeness they thought was gone forever. Now, here's what might surprise you. It's not necessarily low testosterone that's impacting your performance. It's not always simply aging. In many instances, it's just a matter of compromised circulation. And thankfully, this can often be improved, sometimes dramatically, by making some changes to your diet. These 4 fruits can assist in increasing nitric oxide, cleansing the walls of your arteries, and boosting sensitivity and function without the need for drugs, injections, or unwanted side effects. So please, stay with me, because in just a few moments, I'll reveal all 4 fruits, how they work, and which one can provide results in less than 30 minutes. Before we delve into these incredible fruits that can revitalize circulation and reignite intimacy, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a health tip specifically created for men over 60, and always backed by sound science. And if you're feeling enthusiastic about reclaiming control of your vitality, please type a 1 in the comments. If not, a 0. I'm here to improve, and your input is valuable. Alright, let's begin by addressing a truth that many men never hear, because this foundational point is essential to understanding everything. If your erections have weakened over time, it's not only about getting older. What's happening within your blood vessels may be the real reason for the changes you've experienced in the bedroom. 1. The real reason erections weaken after 60. It's not only age. Throughout the years, I've sat and talked with countless men who look me in the eye and ask, "Doctor, is it normal to no longer feel like a man?" And my heart always goes out to them because so many have been told the same misleading thing. It's just your age. But the truth is, age isn't the sole culprit. What's actually occurring is this. Your blood vessels, particularly those in the penis, are starting to narrow. They are becoming less flexible and more rigid. This is significant because a healthy erection depends on rapid, strong blood flow. When these tiny vessels become clogged, blood cannot properly reach the penis. And without adequate blood flow, there's no firmness, no sensation, and no performance. Now, here's what many men are unaware of. The arteries in the penis are among the smallest in the body. This means they're often the first to experience blockages. Long before you experience a heart attack or stroke, your body begins to signal that something isn't right through changes in your intimate life. And if you disregard these signals, they'll eventually become impossible to ignore. But here's the encouraging part. If poor circulation is at the heart of the problem, then enhancing circulation can be the start of the solution. You don't have to accept this decline. You can fight back naturally. And that's where food becomes medicine. Because coming up next, I'm going to share 4 common fruits. Yes, simple fruits that have the ability to support circulation, clear out clogged vessels, and help restore your body and your confidence. The first one is so remarkable that some refer to it as nature's Viagra. Let's take a look. 2. Let's explore 4 fruits that can naturally improve circulation and intimacy. When I first started practicing medicine, I was trained, like most doctors, to concentrate on medications, surgeries, and prescriptions. But as the years passed, I began to notice something intriguing. Some of my older patients, men well into their 60s and 70s, were doing remarkably well. They had energy, stamina, and a fulfilling intimate life. And when I inquired about what they were doing differently, the responses were almost always straightforward, natural, and genuine. "Doc, I just changed what I eat. I started taking a walk every morning. My wife makes me drink this juice every day." That's when I began to delve deeper into nutrition, particularly how certain foods influence male performance and blood flow. What I discovered transformed the way I treat my patients to this day. There are 4 specific fruits I now recommend to almost every man over 60 who comes to me with concerns about circulation or intimacy. These fruits aren't exotic or difficult to find. You don't have to spend a fortune on supplements or powders from the internet. These are common, affordable fruits that can be found in almost any grocery store. Yet they contain potent plant compounds, flavonoids, polyphenol, and antioxidants that support the inner lining of your blood vessels and help your body produce more nitric oxide, which is vital for healthy erections. And what's even better, they not only benefit your sex life, but also support your heart, your brain, your mood, and even your sleep. That's the beauty of real food. When you nourish the body, everything starts functioning together again. So, in the next few minutes, I'll guide you through each of these 4 fruits, beginning with the one I call the blood flow fruit. It's sweet, deep red, and backed by clinical research. Most men overlook it, but I'll show you why you shouldn't. Let's discuss the first one. 3. Fruit number 1, pomegranate, the natural Viagra for older men. I still remember one of my patients. Let's call him George. He was 68, divorced, and starting to date again after many years. But he came into my office feeling down and embarrassed. "Doc," he said, "everything's working except that." He pointed down, feeling frustrated and confused. He didn't want pills. He didn't want side effects. He simply wanted to feel like himself again. That's when I introduced him to something I call nature's Viagra, pomegranate. Now, this isn't some kind of miracle cure or magic trick. It's simply science. Pomegranate is packed with antioxidants, particularly one called punicin, which supports nitric oxide levels in the body. And nitric oxide is what tells your blood vessels to relax and open up, allowing more blood to flow where it's needed most. When blood flow is improved, so is firmness, and so is sensitivity. And for many men, so is their self-esteem. One study found that men who drank a glass of pomegranate juice every day showed measurable improvements in erection quality. But beyond the performance benefits, this fruit also helps reduce inflammation, protect the prostate, and support heart health. 3 very important concerns for men over 60. George started drinking a small glass of pure pomegranate juice with his lunch every day. Within weeks, he came back to my office, smiling. "Doc, it's working and I didn't need a prescription." That's the power of this fruit. It works quietly, consistently, and without causing unwanted side effects. You can enjoy it as juice, eat the seeds, or even add it to a smoothie. Now, while pomegranate is impressive, the next fruit on my list does something even more remarkable. It contains a natural amino acid that your body converts into a blood flow enhancer. And when timed correctly, it can take effect in as little as 30 minutes. Let me show you what it is. 4. Fruit number 2, watermelon, nature's L-citrulline booster. A few summers ago, I was visiting my parents in Texas. It was hot, incredibly hot, and after working in the yard with my father, he brought out 2 big slices of watermelon. As we sat on the porch sweating and laughing, he said, "You know, this stuff always made me feel like a new man." I smiled, not thinking much of it. But later that evening, I started looking into the science, and what I discovered truly amazed me. Watermelon isn't just a refreshing fruit. It's packed with a natural compound called L-citrulline. Your body takes L-citrulline and converts it into L-arginine, which then increases nitric oxide, the very chemical responsible for relaxing blood vessels and increasing blood flow. And this isn't just theory. Studies have shown that men who supplement with L-citrulline often experience firmer, more sustainable erections, particularly when taken consistently. But here's what makes watermelon unique. The L-citrulline it contains is naturally balanced with water, electrolytes, and antioxidants. It hydrates, supports circulation, and helps lower blood pressure, all without the use of pills or powders. I had a patient in his 70s, a retired police officer, who told me he started eating a bowl of watermelon at night instead of dessert. Within a few weeks, he noticed a difference, not only in performance, but also in energy and sleep quality. This fruit works best when it becomes part of your routine. Enjoy a few slices in the evening. Blend it into a smoothie. Eat it chilled after a walk. It's simple, delicious, and backed by science. But what if I told you there's an even smaller fruit, one you've likely eaten countless times, that contains a rare antioxidant shown to improve both testosterone and blood flow? It's often overlooked by men, but once you understand how it works, you'll never view it the same way again. Let's talk about it next. 5. Fruit number 3, black grapes. Tiny fruit, big circulation impact. I'll never forget a patient named Howard. He was 73, soft-spoken, and had been married for almost 50 years. He came to see me not because of performance issues, at least not initially, but because he was feeling tired, moody, and disconnected from his wife. He assumed it was simply part of getting older. But as we talked, it became clear that his energy, confidence, and intimacy had all suffered. And that's when we made a simple change. He started including a small handful of black grapes in his daily routine. Black grapes may not appear like much, but they are a powerful source of support for male health. The secret lies in a potent antioxidant called resveratrol. This compound helps relax blood vessels, improve endothelial function, and even support healthy testosterone levels, all of which are crucial for men over 60. Resveratrol also helps reduce oxidative stress, one of the hidden causes behind inflammation and poor circulation. And unlike supplements that can cause side effects, black grapes are gentle on the body and easy to enjoy. A cup a day, fresh or frozen, can make a real difference over time. Howard started eating them in the afternoon, just a small snack between meals. Within a month, his mood improved, his energy returned, and yes, his intimacy with his wife was restored as well. He told me, "Doc, it's like someone turned the lights back on." That's what I love about food. It not only helps physically, it brings you back to life in ways you might not have expected. Now, the next fruit I want to share is one you've likely eaten for breakfast, but never realized just how beneficial it truly is. It acts as a gentle cleanser for your arteries, and when consumed regularly, it can help restore blood flow from the inside out. Let's take a look. 6. Fruit number 4, citrus fruits. Clearing arteries from the inside. Years ago, one of my longtime patients, a retired Navy engineer named Bill, came into my office holding a notebook filled with everything he ate, drank, and did each day. He was determined to feel better without resorting to more medications. As we reviewed his habits, one thing stood out. Every morning, he had a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice, not from concentrate, not from a carton, but the real thing. And I smiled because he was unknowingly doing something incredibly beneficial. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes are among the most overlooked tools for restoring healthy circulation. They're rich in flavonoids, particularly one called hesperidin, which helps strengthen blood vessel walls, reduce inflammation, and improve arterial flexibility. This translates to better blood flow, not only to the heart or brain, but also to the lower body, where so many older men experience issues. Citrus also supports healthy blood pressure and reduces oxidative stress, both of which are essential for long-term vascular health. I often tell my patients, your arteries are like garden hoses. The cleaner and more flexible they are, the better the flow. Bill didn't change much else, but over time he felt lighter, clearer, and more energetic. He even mentioned that his morning walks became easier and his evenings more enjoyable. Sometimes, it truly is the small, daily rituals that make all the difference. If you want to start simply, slice up an orange with breakfast. Add lemon to your water. Make grapefruit part of your lunch. These aren't just fruits. They're quiet protectors, working in the background to keep your blood flowing smoothly. But while fruits can do wonders, they work even better when combined with the right daily habits. In the next part, I'll show you some simple lifestyle changes that amplify everything we've discussed. No gyms, no crazy routines, just smart actions that fit seamlessly into your life. Let's get to it. 7. Supporting habits. Boost the benefits of these fruits. Over the years, I've learned something vital from my patients. It's not only what you eat that matters. It's what you do every day that influences how you feel. You can consume all the right fruits, but if the rest of your lifestyle works against you, the results might not appear. That's why I always encourage men to think beyond their diet and consider the simple habits that quietly support better circulation, improved energy, and yes, enhanced intimacy. Start with movement. I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Just walking. A 20-minute walk each day helps increase blood flow, reduce stiffness in your arteries, and support heart health. I had one patient in his late 60s who started walking after breakfast and again after dinner. Within a few weeks, his blood pressure improved, and he noticed more fullness during arousal without changing anything else. Hydration is another silent hero. Blood is 90% water. If you're dehydrated, circulation suffers. Most men over 60 don't drink enough. Aim for a few glasses of water throughout the day, especially in the morning. Then there's sleep. Testosterone production, blood pressure regulation, tissue repair, and vascular healing all happen while you rest. Poor sleep quietly steals your vitality, your libido, and your motivation. If you snore, feel groggy during the day, or struggle to stay asleep, it's worth discussing with your doctor. Finally, limit processed meats, fried foods, and excessive alcohol. These damage the endothelial lining of your arteries, the same lining the fruits we've discussed are working to protect. The good news is that none of these changes require perfection. They simply require consistency. Small efforts performed daily can create significant improvements in your health. And now that you've explored the fruits and the habits, you might be wondering, how long will it take to see results? What can you realistically expect if you start today? In the final message, I'll answer those questions and share one simple mindset that can transform everything. 8. Closing message. Doctor to patient. If you've stayed with me this far, I want to take a moment to speak to you, not as a doctor, but as someone who genuinely cares about what you're going through. Because I know that for many men, this topic isn't easy to talk about. Losing that sense of power, of closeness, of being able to perform. It's not only physical. It affects your pride, your relationships, even your sense of self. And too often, men suffer in silence, believing it's simply a part of aging. But now you know the truth. Weakening erections after 60 aren't always about getting older. They're about circulation. And circulation can be supported. It can be improved through diet, through movement, through simple daily habits that honor the body you've built over a lifetime. You've learned about 4 incredible fruits: pomegranate, watermelon, black grapes, and citrus. Each one has its own way of restoring blood flow, nourishing your arteries, and helping you feel more like the man you remember. And when combined with small changes, daily walks, improved sleep, staying hydrated, and reducing artery-damaging foods, you create the conditions for healing. Real, lasting healing. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. Men who thought it was over, who felt ashamed, disconnected, or broken, come back to life. I've seen the spark return in their eyes, the strength in their voices, and the confidence in their steps. Not from magic pills, but from honoring their body with the right tools. And if they can do it, so can you. You're not too old. It's not too late. And you haven't missed your chance. Start small. Start today. Because the moment you choose to take control of your circulation is the moment everything starts changing from the inside out. Now, if this message resonated with you, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Subscribe for more advice made just for you, and leave a comment below. Tell me which of these fruits you're going to try first. I'll be reading them. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it. It helps more men like you discover this life-changing information. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone who could benefit from feeling stronger and more confident again. And don't forget to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story or answer any questions you have directly. If you'd like to support this channel and help me continue creating content made just for you, please consider donating through the link in the description. Every bit helps, and I truly appreciate it. You're not alone on this journey. Let's move forward together.